it's working. Hello and welcome to 2-Bit Movie Club.
Hey mates.
Boots, I'm here with my colleague Mitch. Tonight we are watching some absolute fucking trash from the garbage. We are going to be going through a lot of 1980s, 1990s corporate training videos. All of us, I think, unless you're like crazy fucking young, should be familiar with this genre from having had it happen.
Yes.
To you? I remember my
think everyone was
one.
exposed to this.
Oh, man.
Yeah. I think I got my job at Woolies in 1995.
Oh.
So I definitely would have, that's
I
my
was
first
5.
like proper job. Wow. Oh no, wait, it would have been like 99 actually.
Sure.
So I was 14. I thought I was older for a moment there.
Yeah.
It happens. But, yeah, I think there was definitely a moment of wheeling in a VHS TV and being exposed to something very much like what we're about to watch.
Yeah, and they all have the same sort of hallmarks, right? Where, like, I was trying to put my finger on what the one characteristic is that they all have in common, and it is being unbelievably patronizing. Like,
Yes.
it is written by these middle management people who believe the people that work for like $6 an hour to do the menial work that actually earns the business money are the dumbest fuckheads alive.
Like they've just hatched from an egg, and they have no idea how
They
to
have very
function in the
basic
world.
language skills, a little bit of mobility, but nothing else.
Yeah.
Yeah, so all of these are just like, you know, they could have just said to a person, hey, just be friendly to the customer, right? Even if they're a dickhole. But instead, they're like, here we introduce the SMILES system. The S stands for smiles. The second S also stands for smiles.
Just a very forced acronym as well, every time.
Oh, man, it's the worst. There's one coming up in one of these videos where, like, every single bit in the acrostic that they have created is an asymmetrical construction. So, like, usually if you're doing one of these, you'll make all of them like they're all a verb.
Yeah.
You know, like, listen, look, blah, 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 or whatever, but it's like one is a noun, one is a verb, one is something else, one is a phrase. This is the least
Chair.
memorable.
Yeah.
Look, chair, smile, tomorrow. Yeah, these are all so bad. They span a very large variety of time. There's some from the very early 80s, some from the late 90s. Most of these are American chains.
I couldn't find any Australian ones.
I found one Domino's one from Australia and New Zealand that I
Great.
did not use because it's actually too cringeworthy. Like,
Oh,
it's
too much.
upsetting to watch.
Yep.
And there's just enough of a veneer of a professionalism on it that it makes it seem worse by contrast.
Yeah.
It was very bad. Also, just a heads up, you're going to have to ignore a lot of the background noise around us. I don't know how clear it is for you guys, but this is the door on the side of the Netherworld basement that goes out immediately to where a bunch of buses park.
Yeah, that is Brunswick Street, so we all know Brunswick Street.
It's also where, yeah, people are throwing up in that exact spot, so
Oh yeah, or worse.
keep an ear out for that.
Yeah. Use
Leave
your
that open.
imagination,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's up to you. I figure we may as well go right into the first one, because that's a wonderful place to start. I just have to click around a little bit. Oh, I clicked on the wrong thing. Okay, I'm pressing the big red button now.
Hi, I've got something very new and special that I'd really like for you to see. It's a video about satisfying the customer called Doing Whatever It Takes. Now you're probably wondering, what does Michael Jordan know about satisfying the customer? Well, let me tell you, when I step onto the basketball court, those 18,000 screaming people aren't just fans. They are my customers. They want to see more than just a basketball game. They expect to see a show. No matter what kind of day I've had, when I put on that uniform, my customers expect behind-the-back passes, long three-pointers, or great slam dunks. It's my job to deliver it, and I love it. When you put on your McDonald's uniform, your customers want more than just quick service with a smile. They expect to be treated as a guest in your home. And if you hadn't had the greatest of days, it's up to you to put on a show and do whatever it takes to satisfy your customer. The video you're about to see will show you the difference between good service and great personalized service we all must give our customers. And it will take you behind the scenes to show you how a video is actually made. So let's see what it means to satisfy your customers by doing whatever it takes.
Is that the way we want our customers to remember their visit to Hardee's?
Hi, I'm Wendy's founder, Dave Thomas. From the day I opened the first Wendy's, my goal has been to serve the best hamburger in the business, a Wendy's old-fashioned hamburger. So I started with the freshest beef I could find, 100% pure beef, never frozen. And we pattied it into squares so the hamburger hangs over the side of the bun. Then we cooked the patty slowly to seal in its natural juices and served it hot off the grill with the customer's choice of toppings. No other hamburger chain can make those claims. That's what sets us apart from our competition, and that's why our customers come to Wendy's. I believe the only way to make a Wendy's old-fashioned hamburger is to press the meat patty. Pressing the meat patty is really important, and here's why. The patty tastes better because the salt is pressed into the meat and makes the meat more tender. It also makes the patty larger, so they'll hang over the edge of the bun, and people will like that. Pressing the hamburger patty requires skill and dedication. You have to watch over the patties constantly as they cook. You should always serve a perfect Wendy's old-fashioned hamburger, the one that you would serve to your best friend. You have one of the most important jobs at Wendy's. Right now, I want you to devote your full attention to learning the new four-corner press procedures for cooking Wendy's old-fashioned hamburgers. And while you're doing that, I am going to have a hot and juicy hamburger with mustard, pickle, and onion.
We'll begin with your second shift duty, greeting and serving guests.
Good evening. Fried enough to eat today?
Boy, I'll say.
Well, that's great. Would you care for some ham or beef?
A little both, I think.
All right.
Making friendly conversations like this is a big part of greeting and serving guests. At other buffet-style restaurants, guests often feel they're on their own. Once they've paid for the meal, no one pays much attention to them. At Old Country Buffet, we work hard to make sure our guests never feel that way. As a carver, you spend a little more time with guests and other team members. That means you have a great chance to make them feel welcome and appreciated. By greeting the guest warmly and holding brief conversations as you serve them, you say to our guests, "We're glad you're here." Let's take a closer look at greeting guests. Every conversation you hold with a guest should begin something like this.
Good evening.
Or,
Hi, how are you?
Hi, I'm Hope, and I take pride in my work as a frontline cashier. I don't want my customers to have problems because I didn't do my job right. Thank you, ma'am. Have a nice day and come back. Thank you. I love to see customers happy. It gives me a great feeling. In fact, the way I see it is when a customer walks in the door, your reputation's on the line. The front line, that is.
Our goal is to make our guests think, hey, these McDonald's people really care about me.
Hello, what would you like today?
Well, I'd like a medium Coke and a Big Mac for here, please.
Would you like a medium fry with that?
No, not really. But I don't suppose it's possible for them to put a slice of tomato on that Big Mac, is it?
Yes, ma'am, it certainly is possible. It'll take just a moment. Is that okay?
Of course.
Great, that comes to $2.53.
I've got your Coke.
Thanks. We'll get your Coke now. You can find a seat, and we'll bring your Big Mac out to you.
Thank you.
And cut.
Nice.
Barbara, can I ask you something?
Sure.
Now, I understand the scene, but are you sure you want to show that in the video?
Well, Dave, I hear you. But you know, that's what this whole video is all about. When we say doing whatever it takes, that's what we mean. We want each customer to leave thinking, hey, McDonald's did something special just for me.
That's great.
Why don't you have a look at the tape first, and I'll check back with you in a few minutes.
All right.
What the? You're about to learn some grill skills. So let's get busy now. Come on, let's go.
Now working the grill, Bill, it ain't so tough. But first of all, you got to check your stuff. Like a grill that's set at 250 with the meat and cheese that's ready to go. A towel to keep your station looking cool. But most of all, you got to have your tool.
You're familiar with the grill, but let me show you a few things you might not already know. The meat is here in the cold well, and the cheese is over here. Bun warmer up above keeps the buns warm and fresh. Remember, we serve 100% pure ground beef. It's patted into squares so that the meat hangs over the bun.
These procedures don't deal with handling hamburgers, buns, or condiments. They deal with handling people.
So start conversations with children by saying something like this.
What grade are you in at school?
Or this.
Have you decided what dessert you're going to have?
Or this.
Do you like hot fudge sundaes?
It takes about 4 minutes to cook, but just to make sure you can have a look. Use your tool and double check. It should be gray and moist to be correct.
You'll find that some customers need special assistance. A mother with a baby in one hand and packages from shopping in the other may need your assistance in putting the packages on the counter so she can get to her pocketbook to pay for her order.
When a customer approaches, I spring into action. And I've learned that a smile usually makes even grouchy customers easier to work with. And remember, don't always use the same greeting. On our front line, we greet customers in many ways.
Hi, welcome to Hardee's. May I help you, please?
Hi, what can I get for you today, Mr. Smith? Your usual?
Hi, can I take your order, please?
If we know a customer's name, we use it. But the main thing is to be yourself and relax. Don't say the same thing over and over again, like a broken record.
You might ask something like this.
Is it still hot out there?
Or this.
Did you catch a game last night?
Or this.
Have you tried the lasagna? It's my favorite.
Americans are in love with their automobiles. We spend quite a lot of time in them, but no one likes to have to wait in a car, something we nevertheless must do a lot.
First, I get the drink. Then the sandwich, the dessert, and the fries. Thank you. Come back to see us. Time, 26 seconds.
We get a lot of special requests on the front line. For example, a customer may want to use the phone. The phone is behind the counter, so we usually can't offer that courtesy. However, in an emergency, your manager may choose to make a call for a customer.
Would you care for some ham or beef?
Ham, please.
Remember, your customer hears your communication with the people on the back line, so keep it courteous and don't scream back and forth.
Finally, we need to have enthusiasm about our secondary assignments. You know, checking the bathroom or cleaning the dining room.
Hi, Mara. How you doing today? May I take your order, please?
If a guest asks you,
I'd like a half-inch slice of that roast beef, please.
say something like this.
I'd be glad to carve you that. Thinner slices are more tender, though. Would that be all right? You can always come back up for more.
Okay.
Of course, if the guest insists on a thicker slice, honor the request. No matter what the topic of your conversation has been or what size slice you've served, you will end each guest contact with the same phrase.
How's that for you?
That's fine, thanks.
Asking, how's that, makes sure guests are happy with the slice they received. If they're not, or if they also want a slice of a different meat, you can correct the situation promptly.
Jim, you know how people respond to your smile on the front line?
Yes.
Well, when you work the drive-through station, people can't see your smile. They have to hear it.
Hear it?
Hi, I'm Laura. This is my headquarters, the transfer cabinet. From here, I'm ready to bag any of the orders that come up at the drive-through. A lot of the time, I act as a go-between for the drive-through and the back line, letting them know any special needs. It's my job to assemble the orders as quickly and as accurately as possible. Here's some special tips.
Know your job, be a good team player, and concentrate.
You know, I'm not sure what kind of work I may be doing after college, but I do know I've learned a lot here. Making customers happy, selling, even how to keep a place tidy.
Hi, Hope.
Hi, and I love it when customers remember my name. Like I said, when a customer steps up to the front line, my reputation's on the line.
Let's take a minute or two to look closely at something you need to be aware of every minute you're on the job. Safety. As a carver, you work in an area with a high potential for accidents. Sharp knives, grease from the ham, and the rush of a busy shift can sometimes combine to create a disaster. That's why you need to always work safely. Here are a few things to keep in mind. Treat your knives with respect. They are razor sharp, honed to an edge that cuts through meat with only a little pressure. Unfortunately, it doesn't matter to the knife if it's cutting through a ham or your finger.
Ma'am, we're in the process of cooking some fresh bacon cheeseburgers. If you'll have a seat, I'll bring them right out to you.
Don't forget about me.
No, ma'am, I won't forget. I'll bring them right out.
Okay, what's next?
Let me see. I've salted, turned, pressed. Oh, yeah. When you see red juices on the top of the meat, it's time to give them a turn, then press a repeat. Do it again just like you did it before. Do the four-corner press just one time more. Once you press it the second time, don't press it again because the meat's just fine.
But when you see those juices rise,
you can turn that patty to the other side. Don't scrape the grill. We want it wet, you see.
It keeps the meat moist so it's hot and juicy.
And when those red juices no longer rise, you can serve that patty. It'll win a
prize.
It takes just about 4 minutes to
cook.
But just to make sure you can take a
look.
Use your tool to double check.
It should be great and moist to be correct. Hey!
When an order's placed, you're ready to go. Just drain the meat.
Just like so.
Then when all the draining's done, you can place that patty squarely on the heel of the bun.
All right, Billy. That's good. You're getting it down just like I knew you would. But just to be sure, there's still some more.
A customer orders a single with cheese. Here's the way you do it if you wanna please. Lay down the cheese in a juicy spot, but don't leave it too long or it'll get too hot.
It's easy to do. All you have to do is get your act together.
Now, this brings us to another area where our reputation's on the line. Handling kids. Just look at this little guy.
Only serve a great-looking patty. Never serve a burger that's looking ratty. But if something goes wrong and your burger's not right, there's no need to get uptight. If the dry burn broken or incomplete, that baby turns into chili meat. Don't serve that meat. You see, cause quality is our recipe. Put those patties in a chili pan and save them for all of our chili fans. But if they have cheese, then throw them away, or it'll ruin our chili, our experts say.
Treating the customer in a way that leaves him feeling good about himself, about you, and about Hardee's.
Thank you, and come back to Hardee's.
Very nice suggestive selling, Jim.
Thank you.
Stage 1, I'm raw, you just laid me down. I'm stage 2 and I'm getting brown. You turn me and press me just one time, but there's 2 more stages before I'm fine. I'm stage 3, you press me twice, just 1 more stage before I'm nice. Stage 4, I'm hot, I should be done, looking good like I should so you can serve me, son. I'm stage 5 and I'm still alive, but serve me soon and don't be slow. I've only got 1 minute to go.
The projection game is simple, you see, it's just common sense. That's the way it ought to be. When you know a lot of people will be coming around, don't hesitate, start laying them down. When things slack off, do the same or you'll be wasting meat, and that would be a shame.
The customer's first impression of you is a crucial moment of truth.
Take your order, please.
When the customer arrives, don't wait for him to talk. Smile and greet him. Make him feel welcome. Look pleasant.
Thank you. Come back and see us. Did you get it?
22 seconds flat.
That's great.
That's the fastest in the business.
The fastest drive-through in the business.
Bill, the tape is over. Do you have any questions?
No, I think I've got it all.
Good.
When making change, be very methodical. Do one thing at a time.
ACT stands for Action, Commitment, and Teamwork. It works like this.
A bulging seal is a sign that the juice is spoiled. An elderly customer may need your patience and indulgence, even though there are others waiting impatiently in line. Let compassion and your manager's instructions be your guide in situations like this.
Thank you, sir. Enjoy your meal.
Thank you. You know, it's an old-fashioned hamburger, just like this one, that keeps our customers coming back to Wendy's. But cooking and pressing our hamburgers isn't easy. It requires a special talent which takes some practice to develop. Every hamburger you serve our customers should be the best in the business.
Alright, we are back.
I would like to apologise on behalf of Netherworld for having round, non-grey patties. You see, when they're round, they don't hang over the sides of the bun.
And what you want is a square patty.
Yeah, so
that
it hangs over
the sides of the bun.
over the side of the bun. And it's got to be
Holy
grey and moist. Like an old-fashioned burger.
Can't get enough of that guy. Old-fashioned. Every single time.
The first time I thought it was like a slip. And that's the best take they had.
Sure.
But then he did it 3 times.
Oh, he also doesn't aerate like any of his consonants as well, so he's like old-fashioned hamburger, just real loose. Oh man, yeah, the wrap, not good. What else did we have in there? Oh, the incredibly horrifying woman from Hardee's.
I feel like Hope is every corporate supervisor I've ever had in a fast food experience. Like, immediately that's the person who you're trained by in every job like that.
And like they're a true believer as well.
Yeah,
they're
they drank the corporate
Yeah.
Kool-Aid. They have that kind of indoctrinated glaze over their eyes, and
no inner life whatsoever. they just come in and they're like, you know what I love? Being a shift supervisor at a fast food restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? Great.
Yeah, that's all Hope needs, but she's going to college.
That is true, and she will be taking the skills she learned.
What would Hope study?
Oh, it could be anything. Anthropology. Physics. We simply don't know. We said the same thing, that like you can't, when the first time she says her name, you don't have enough time to calibrate her accent, and you're just like, hi, I'm her.
Yeah. You're her?
Yeah, her? Oh, that's great. I'm very happy for you. What else was in that bracket? There was that, the guy for the very old Hardy's stuff. That was like the early 80s. I think that was Hardy's as well. Where he just has an incredibly rich broadcaster voice.
Yeah.
To the point that you could not believe that man works in a restaurant.
Very
anywhere.
engaging.
Yeah. It made me want to stop and listen to what he was
calling,
saying.
I think, yeah.
The clip of him just saying that if you want to affect change, do one thing at a time. I'm like, is this him telling me how to make a hamburger, or is this profound life advice from a source of wisdom in my life?
Hardy's is definitely very different in their training to Wendy's, because we really have to whittle away at the Wendy's rap-related training videos.
Do you think that their idea was like it would act as a sort of mnemonic device to have it in rap form? That like you'd be at the grill and you'd be like, set it to 250. Oh, that's right, I need it to be set at 250.
Maybe they just had like a really good location in LA and employed a bunch of struggling artists.
Yeah, just guys selling mixtapes outside. They're like, hey, come on in.
Come on in, we got something for you. Yeah.
We've got a bunch of very different stuff coming up with the next bracket as well. I'd get specific about it, but I don't want to ruin the surprise, and also, I can't remember what it is. But, yeah, I tried
Will we
to sort
hear
of...
more from her?
We won't. These are all split into distinct themes.
Okay.
And Lord knows I wish I could tell you what the second theme was, but we're going to find this out together on a beautiful journey. And we may as well start that right now.
Customers first. It's customers first.
Oh, hi there. I'm running late. I'm just stopping by to pick up a few things. And I wanted to try to return this shaving cream for another brand. My husband says he switched brands a long time ago. Who knew? Anyhow, I hope I can get in and out quickly without too much hassle.
It would be nice to look into the future with a crystal ball. Through the years, our success at Pepsi has been built on understanding what consumers want and what our customers need. The right product, the right place, at the right time. Today, consumers are looking for lighter, more refreshing beverages. They're looking for variety, looking for change. Our customers are looking for a product mix that will add to beverage sales and bring traffic to their stores. But look at industry trends. Sale of traditional carbonated soft drinks is slowing down. There's still a big market, but it's not growing as fast. As the total beverage company, we know the right product may mean new products. So we've decided it's time to make one thing perfectly clear. It's Crystal Pepsi, and the time is now.
You work hard. You do a good job. You're nice to your customers. Why then must you suffer the headache of returns?
Excuse me, I'd like to return this Nintendo. Who do I talk to about that?
Tell you what, you'll need to go right back there to the electronics area and they'd be happy to help you.
Oh, gosh, you know, I haven't really got a lot of time. Could you take care of it
Yeah,
here,
I'd
please?
love to, but I can't. I need to send you to electronics right back there. They'd be happy to help you.
All right, thank you.
Hi there. What can I do for you?
Customer service sent me over to talk to you to give this to you. If you take a look at it, I don't know what's the matter with it. It was working, and now it's not working, so I'd appreciate if you, take a look at it. I'd like to get an exchange for it if I could.
An exchange?
Yes, sir.
Do you have, well, I guess I'd better take a look
Why
at
don't
it
you
here.
take a look at it?
Yeah.
That's right, thank you.
Do you know what's on here?
No. I mean, the kids couldn't have done anything. I mean, they're good kids.
Sometimes they'll put soft drink or something on there.
No, it's not soda pop. I don't know.
Certainly.
It was fine. I would just. I'd appreciate it if I had an exchange on it. I have an appointment I gotta get going.
You know, I'd really like to help you out here, but I don't you know, an exchange.
Listen, you guys have been great in the past, and you know, you've always taken care of me, and I'd appreciate an exchange.
But, you know, the warranty does specify that you have to keep it really clean because it doesn't work if it gets dirty.
Some people will go to great lengths to return an abused or an out-of-warranty piece of merchandise. What are you supposed to do? Tell them what you really think?
Oh, excuse me. Oh, thank you.
Oh, hi, Mrs.
Hi.
Harris. I didn't see you come in. I haven't seen you in a week or so. Have you been out of town or something?
Oh, no. Our VCR was just in for repairs again. It was awful. Can you imagine trying to make conversation with Mr. Harris?
I get up, I get out of bed, and off to Kmart I go. I got a lot of work ahead, but it's reassuring to know that I've got a good job, I'm making good pay, but that's not where the story ends. The people I work with at Kmart are folks on whom I can depend. Kmart's come to count on us for over 26 years. We got our start in Forest Park. We moved and it's still clear that here in Noonan we're making our own job security. So if you ask me now, I'd have to say it's a really good place to be. Kmart Noonan, a really good place to be. Kmart Noonan, a really good place to be.
Yes, the Kmart Distribution Center in Noonan is a really good place to be.
Crystal Pepsi is an important part of our total beverage inventory, and it's sweeping the nation. Why? Because Crystal Pepsi is a cola, and America loves the cola taste.
Well, I didn't get much service at the service counter. Guess I'll just pick up the few things I need and get out of here quickly. Oh, great. My shoes. Why doesn't somebody clean this stuff up?
Crystal Pepsi is a whole new beverage experience with a new flavor. It's not just a regular cola without the color.
Crystal Pepsi tastes to me like a more subtle cola. I think that's the best way to say it.
It doesn't taste like any other clear drinks that I've tasted. It's got a different taste.
The customer comes first. Now, anybody can say that, but what does it mean at Jewel? Let's start with the F. F stands for friendly. Well, here's a friendly situation. See what you think.
Hey, what was the name of that place?
I can't remember, but they were there together.
Together?
Hey, you should have.
Oh, you're kidding.
Being friendly among yourselves is one thing. Ignoring customers is something else.
Yo, Marie. Hey, let's wake up.
Oh, who are you?
The name's Buster. Buster Sales.
Our trailer tape must have jammed.
I am no tape. See?
On the money. Hey! And on video cassette.
Well, what are you doing here?
I am a professional opportunist.
That doesn't sound very nice.
No, not that kind of opportunist. You see, I'm one of the world's greatest authorities on opportunities. I find people who need help, and I help them. And clearly, you need some help.
And what about the nice guys who actually have a legitimate problem? In many ways, they're the toughest of all to take care of.
The next point we want to make is react. Sometimes it's easier said than done.
Excuse me, I couldn't find the bean sprouts. Could you help me?
Bean sprouts? Well, I don't know where they are. Do you, Steve?
Hey, I just bag groceries. It's not part of my job.
Look, I got a lot of people here.
Dick Deal was a professional shoplifter for 20 years. He was also imprisoned 5 different times for a total of 15 years, but never for shoplifting.
Freestanding, strip center, or mall, all the same to a thief. Not just a professional thief, mind you, but the amateur, the bored housewife, and kids as well. Stealing for some can be a business, others a hobby or pastime. Everyone, I'm sure, has their own reasons and inclinations. Why this store? Why this particular store? Better yet, why not? Take a look around. Any greetings? Do the people notice you? Do they approach you? What kind of merchandise do they have? Is it locked up, or can you touch it? Can they see you, or is it hidden? All of these thoughts and questions must go through a thief's mind as he strolls through the store. What is it that makes people steal? Money, greed, revenge, thrills, peer pressure? Better yet, what makes people not steal? As a young man in school, I learned that in order to have a fire, 3 things must be available: heat, oxygen, and something to burn. Remove any of the 3, it's impossible to have a fire. Stealing is the same. In order to have a theft, you must have something to steal, and we have stores full of it. Someone to steal, and at 10 they'll be here, unless they're already here as employees. And 3, you must have the opportunity. The opportunity is the only thing that you can remove, the only thing to concentrate on. Maybe the opportunity will arise today.
What?
What can I get for you?
I'd like a pound of that baked ham you have on special.
Oh, we ran out.
Can you recommend something else?
I don't know. Here's what we got. You pick something.
Here's another typical situation.
Wait a minute. That's not the sale price. It's supposed to be $2.49.
Oh, no, not again.
Crystal Pepsi's appearance is unique. It's got the blue base cup. It looks like a beautiful package.
You look at it, you have to look twice. It's like, wow, that's a cola in there. I want to try that.
Any coupons?
No, I just have these 3 items.
Oh, you want me to bag these?
Yeah, but she doesn't need one now. She needed one last week.
So, you had an opportunity to tell her about your rental units 2 weeks ago. Then she'd have known she could rent a VCP from Blockbuster when she needed one.
Yeah, well, I could go tell her now.
Good idea. Oh, and ask her how Brian's doing while you're at it. You might still have a chance with him. We'll talk more about opportunities later.
Notice, She didn't make any commitment before she verified the price. She not only handled the situation correctly, she smiled.
Crystal has generated the kind of following that guarantees that it will be around for a long time.
Before you begin work, take a moment and look in the mirror. Check yourself out. Are you properly attired? Do you have your name badge on? Is your uniform clean? Is your hair neat and your hands and nails clean? Just taking a minute to look in the mirror can be the difference between making a positive or negative impression with the customer. Keeping things neat, convenient, and efficient. Assuring cleanliness for health and safety. And presenting a well-groomed, properly attired appearance.
Hey, mister, not so fast.
What's wrong?
You see the sign?
So what?
Well, can you read it?
Don't you?
You're not allowed in this lane.
Hey,
It's
what are you
10
doing?
items or less.
I run a small independent grocery store. Who's drinking Crystal Pepsi?
Look around and you'll see that we have 26 years of reasons to vote no.
So that's the story about Kmart of service and quality.
Okay, have this back Saturday night before midnight.
Okay.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye. Oh, hi, Kristen. How's it going?
Pretty bogus, actually. I'm babysitting again this weekend. Babysitting's such a drag.
I know how you feel. So you ready to check out?
Sure.
What now?
You want to keep an eye on this. I see an opportunity coming.
Hey, are you okay? You look a little freaked out.
Huh? Oh, yeah, I was just checking the monitor. That's all. Now, let's see. Oh, I see.
See what? What? Like, am I on hidden videos or something?
No. Hey, Kristen, haven't you checked this video out several times before?
Yeah, at least 5 times. I mean, I could have bought it by now, you know?
Why don't you buy it? You know, all our tapes are for sale.
No kidding? That's great, I'll take it.
In the following example, look for the verbal and nonverbal ways that the employee shows attention, respect, and courtesy to the customer. Watch for a sincere greeting at the beginning and a thank you at the end. Take note of how the employee asks questions in a positive way. Non-verbally, watch how the employee acts. That is, happy to see and help the customer. Notice that the employee smiles, makes eye contact, and focuses completely on the customer's needs.
Number 7?
Right here.
Hello.
Crystal Pepsi really appeals to everyone at all ages, especially the health-conscious consumer.
Oh, here it is. Casino Royale. You know, if you ordered this today, it would probably be in by the end of the week. Then I could call you, and you would be the proud owner of the last movie with Sellers and Allen.
Fantastic. That's just what I need for my collection.
Oh, what movies do you collect?
Comedies. And I'm just starting a Peter Sellers series. I really don't know much about his films.
Oh, he's one of my favorites, especially in The Pink Panther.
Yeah.
Hey, why not consider renting Return of the Pink Panther?
Oh, I haven't seen that in years. Great idea.
Okay, I'll go get you a copy.
Okay.
How would you react in a situation like this?
Hey, listen, miss, I've got a problem. I can't believe you sell this stuff to people. I bought this milk a couple of days ago, and it's bad already. What if I drank it and got sick? I could have ended up in the hospital. Let me tell you, I don't need this kind of aggravation.
How will Crystal Pepsi help increase sales in my store?
Here comes Marge Simpson. You know, the one that keeps trying to introduce you to her son, Doug.
Doug's a nerd.
How's Crystal Pepsi done so far? Is it here to stay?
I can understand how you could be upset about that, ma'am. And I'm sorry for any inconvenience it has caused you. Our policy is 100% satisfaction with everything we sell. So I'll be happy to refund your money.
Hi, how you doing? Is there something I can help you find today?
That's the only thing in the world that ever stopped me from stealing. Yes, cameras, EAS systems do work. They catch people, you've just seen that. They not only catch shoplifters, but dishonest employees as well. However, think back of the sequences in the black and white section we have just viewed and try to think of one that could have taken place had a salesperson been present.
Problem is, my husband, Richard, he just goes bananas if I spend more than $10 on movies. Of course, he spends that on fishing lures and never thinks twice about it. And I really wanted 2 more tapes.
$10 limit. Why don't you just come in the store more often? You get 2 or 3 more tapes each week. That way you'd stay below your husband's $10 limit and you'd get to see more movies each month.
Well, you are so helpful and clever. Doug, isn't she sweet?
She's sunshine on a cloudy day.
Watch how that service clerk ignores that customer he just finished bagging for. The more she struggles, the less he notices.
Hey, once they're bagged, I'm done.
Crystal has been very successful in our test. 50% of the people that have tried it have come back and tried it again. This means additional customer purchases and repeat business, and that generates profits.
That's about it, isn't it? Well, that takes care of that. I guess now I'm the opportunity expert.
Simply focus on satisfying the customer without debating rightness or wrongness.
You're really pushing this new Crystal Pepsi. What makes it different from every other soft drink? You're really pushing this new Crystal Pepsi. What makes it different from every other soft drink?
Crystal Pepsi really is different from all other soft drinks. It's actually a crystal clear cola with 100% natural ingredients, no preservatives, no caffeine. That'll appeal to your health-conscious consumers. That'll make more sales for you and increase your profits.
You're in the best position to end the customer's shopping trip on a positive note.
Oh, I'm sorry. Could I please have paper bags?
I'm sorry too, lady. I've already bagged them. You want paper bags? Please.
All right, we are back.
Friendly, intro,
Yep.
react,
Yep.
smile. Thank you.
Yes. That's what I mean. It's like so disjointed that it's not just like a list of instructions. It's like some of it is things to do, some of it is just things to keep in mind.
Yeah.
Intro, it's incredibly vague.
Super vague.
Oh, very strange. Who do we hate the most from the last 20 minutes?
Well, I know who I love the most, and that's Dick Deal. Can we please talk about Dick Deal?
He is a tragic character.
You know, the thing about Dick Deal is he's not actually overweight. His true grift is that he never left behind shoplifting, and he's constantly full of the products from the stores he frequents.
It's like that guy in, what's the fucking Christopher Nolan movie with the magicians?
I do not know.
You know, the fucking Christopher Nolan magicians. They're
Prestige?
Fine. The Prestige.
Or is it The Illusionist?
No, The Prestige. The Illusionist.
They came out like the same time. Yeah.
No, the guy in The Prestige who's like always pretending to be an old man so he can pull off his tricks more convincingly. That's what Dick Deal is doing.
He's also the most conspicuous man alive.
7 foot tall.
Yeah.
4 foot wide. Got a fucking 1,000-yard stare on him.
Yeah.
Just like his
He
manner of
commands
speaking.
presence.
If he was meant to be a character in No Country for Old Men,
Yep.
you heard him talking, you'd be like, this belongs here.
He's in the background of that convenience store scene, just
100%.
stealing things.
Buster Sales.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about Buster. He definitely makes me feel unsettled. And I felt like the girl was far too accepting of
The
whole
supernatural premises. She'd been, that
she's been visited upon by Buster Sales.
Oh,
and,
this guy in the TV's real.
Yep.
Fair enough. And
Yep.
he's telling me how to be better at renting out videotapes.
He's an expert opportunist, I believe
Opportunist,
it was.
yeah. He clawed his way back from hell. I believe he's dead.
Yes.
And the only way he could, exert influence is by being a face on the TV.
And he'll be able to walk the mortal plane again when Blockbusters reaches a sales goal.
That's what it is.
Yep.
Yeah, that's his unfinished business, maybe.
Yeah.
He tragically died in a video renting accident, and the only way he can possibly get out of hell, KPIs,
is to boost all quarterly margins by 10%.
It's very strange. It's deeply troubling stuff.
Yeah, and then the subplot of who the girl is dating or
Very strange. And then
date.
I'm sorry I left this part out, because when Brian comes in at the end of the video, he's a fucking brick shithouse.
Oh yeah, Brian's buff.
Yeah,
he's a good looking dude.
He's he looks like a 30-year-old man, which
does,
I found vaguely confusing because we'd spent so much time talking to his mother in the earlier scenes. There was also, I think maybe my hero is the incredibly rude supermarket cashier lady who's just like, fuck you. Which is definitely, anytime anyone came up to me when I was doing checkouts being like, can you price check this? I'd be like, go fuck yourself. I don't
Have
want
you ever
this.
like grabbed something quick though and gone to the 10 items or less line? This is probably pre-self-checkout, and there's someone in front of you with a trolley full of stuff. You would want that checkout assistant to call them out on their bullshit.
Well, so the way that video was split into like the good version and the bad version of everything. The bad version and the good version. The good version, she's still quite passive-aggressively. Is like, hey, just letting you know, I'll do it this time, but never again, fuckhead.
Yep.
But like, I think that's actually kind of the secret to life. If you have enough confidence to take a trolley to the 10 items or less lane, no one's going to stop you. No one is ever going to turn you away. You basically just win by being a big dickhole.
Confidence is the key to success.
Confidence is king.
Yeah, life belongs to the dickholes, apparently.
Life does belong to the dickholes. That's so true. We got one more. This one, I would say the theme of this one is pizza and whatever Chuck E. Cheese is.
What is Chuck E. Cheese?
Some sort of mascot performer, I guess, but there's also an animatronic version of him, as we will see.
He's a rat, right? Like,
he is a rat.
He's an actual rat. The restaurants have like games and live performers and...
As I'm almost certain that Reese is going to say in the chat, the E, I believe, stands for entertainment.
Oh yeah, Charles Entertainment
Charles
Cheese.
Entertainment Cheese.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's a whole thing. We got some great stuff in here. Let's just start it and see what happens to us, shall we?
There it is.
Bam.
I'll be right with you. Oh, I did it again. Oh. Excuse me.
As a cashier, you're the guest's first impression at Chuck E. Cheese's, so knowing your job and being confident are extremely important. We count on your personality and selling techniques to make the guests feel right at home.
Hi, welcome to Chuck E. Cheese's. Have you ever been here before? Are you in for some fun?
Because Chuck E. Cheese represents our commitment to fun, he must be full of energy and always having fun himself. A clean, well-maintained appearance is essential to Chuck E. Cheese's image. While in the Chuck E. Cheese costume, always be aware of the children around you and exercise safety at all times. First, we must strive to keep all our costumes clean and well-maintained. The outside appearance of the costume reflects on you, the performer. For example, to clean Chucky, 409 or similar cleaners should be used on the face, hat, and toes. Check these daily.
Buongiorno, everybody. Welcome to Pasquale's Kitchen. I'm Pasquale, master of the art of pizza making here at the Showbiz Pizza Time. And I'm gonna tell you, I'm so excited about my new pizza dough. It's so nice and crispy and crunchy and tastes so fine. Today I'm gonna show you the simple steps in preparing it. It's gonna make your job easier and help you be more organized and ready for those busy times when it gets so wild and crazy in our kitchen, huh?
Okay, Julie, are you all ready to learn how to make a pizza the right way?
Making it great. Yes, I'm ready. Are we going to cook pizzas now?
Well, there's a lot more to it than just cooking. In fact, that's probably the easiest part.
The Disneyland Walt Disney World Entertainment Division presents this character training tape so that you who are portraying the characters of Winnie the Pooh, Tigger, or Eeyore will better understand the problems you might encounter.
Every guest leaves happy, and the guest always comes first. Let's look at the cashier expectations. Smile, greet, and assist the guests. You're the guest's first impression of Chuck E. Cheese's. Give them a big, warm welcome.
Just think, the sooner you get that pizza in the oven, the sooner our customers will be biting into it and tasting how delicious it is.
And they'll have me to thank.
That's right. Because we're not just making pizza, we're creating an experience for our customers. Think of it as making pizza that makes customers happy.
I like that.
This is a Chuck E. Cheese's University production. Let the entertainment begin.
Asset protection in your store is made up of many things, but simply put, asset protection means protecting company assets from loss or harm. Company assets include our associates, our customers, our stores, the distribution centers and corporate offices, as well as the merchandise we sell. In order to be more profitable and continue to prosper and grow, we need to be the best at protecting these assets. During this program, we'll be discussing the different ways we can protect assets and avoid losses in our stores. Accidents, to both associates and customers, are one of the largest single contributors to losses in our stores. Although we've had great success in reducing the number of claims, accidents still cost Ames millions of dollars each year.
Okay, let's say the first order we get is for a medium pan pizza with pepperoni and green pepper. This is the retarder. It's where we keep the proof dough until we're ready to use it.
Assist guests in merchandise. Know your prize value and prices. Every kid's a winner. Maintain the salad bar.
Sometimes even the best of days can suddenly end in disaster.
This is a diagnostic test to ensure that mechanics and lighting throughout the system are consistent with the operational standards. Before we start, make sure the regulators for each character is properly set. Screw your air pressure assembly into the top regulator, which is for the high air pressure. Adjust the regulator so that it reads 28 pounds. Now remove the gauge from the top regulator and insert it into the bottom regulator for the low air pressure. This reading is set at 8 pounds. Again, we must confirm that all air pressure is 28 pounds for high and 8 for low on all the characters before we proceed.
When you put Chucky away for the night, spray a little disinfectant, such as Lysol, in the head to keep it fresh.
Then the finished pizza wouldn't be right, and our customers wouldn't get the best possible product.
Which they deserve every time they visit Pizza Hut.
Right.
So you say, Pasquale, how do you know whether to use 70 or 75 or 80 degree water? Well, I'll tell you. You're gonna need to measure the temperature of the dough after you mix it every single time.
It is extremely important to keep in the best physical shape possible at all times. Not only will you feel good, but you will be able to give the best performance as well. Remember to eat well and always drink plenty of fluids between performances.
And the children are not fooled by imitation. So the first rule is that you do not talk.
Obviously, theft has a great deal to do with shrink and the cash losses that Ames experiences. External theft takes place when cash or merchandise is taken by customers, vendors, or visitors. External theft includes shoplifting, switch ticketing, and even robbery. Internal theft occurs when dishonest associates take cash or merchandise from our stores. There are a number of ways that employees steal from their employers, from walking out with hidden merchandise or cash at the end of the day, to not ringing in or under-ringing merchandise for family and friends. Retailers in general lose billions of dollars each year to theft. Sadly, the greatest percentage of theft is committed by company associates. Store detectives are assigned to each store to prevent thefts from occurring. Store detectives and management have been trained in the special policies and procedures concerning the apprehension of shoplifters. If you see a theft occurring, immediately contact the detective or manager in your store. Do not accuse or try to apprehend the shoplifter. Explain to your manager or the detective exactly what you saw, a description of the person, and anything else you think might be helpful. Store detectives use a variety of tools to prevent theft. Cameras monitor high-risk areas of the store and videotape dishonest activity. Strategically placed observation windows are used by detectives to observe dishonest associate or customer activity. And by looking up into ceiling tile mirrors, detectives can see into adjacent aisles.
Hey, Don, that was great. You really made Chucky come alive. You made it look so easy.
Well, all kids love Chucky, so that's the easy part. But taking care of the costume and being a character takes quite a bit of practice.
Now, you gotta separate the dough into buns right after it mixes. So don't you run away and do something else.
All of these things can affect the floor surfaces and result in slips and injuries, bad injuries. But surprisingly, in 9 out of 10 cases, investigators have found that the floor surface is not the problem. Instead, the problem is usually something lying on the floor or in the aisle. So instead of slipping, most people are actually tripping. Now let's look at some of the more common causes of tripping.
You will need to bring a few items from home, such as running shorts, because the costumes get extremely warm, t-shirts, which are comfortable and they absorb perspiration, socks, which will prevent your feet from being irritated by the costume, a towel, which is a must. Use it to freshen up or tuck it into your t-shirt for comfort during a performance. And a headband will also help cushion your head and keep sweat from running into your eyes.
First, spread the sauce to within 1/4 to 1/2 inch of the edge.
Oh, by the way, you know what calzone means in Italian? It's a neat little story. Maybe I'll tell you later. When you finish...
Winnie the Pooh might even be found doing a simple dance step that he thought of all by himself.
Winnie the Pooh, Winnie the Pooh, willy-nilly silly old bear.
While cleaning the costume, visualize what your performance will consist of. Even the cleanest costume won't help if you don't prepare your show. Our costumes are extremely important to our image, not to mention expensive.
Now, on our pizzas we use 2 layers of cheese. The bottom cheese
and the top cheese, right?
Right.
If you're playing the character of Winnie the Pooh, you must be within the height range of 5'9" to 5'10". You may wear any type of clothes you wish underneath the costume as long as they don't show on the outside.
That's good. We're always careful to avoid center loading the topping because it could cause the pizza to be undercooked in the middle.
I wouldn't want that if it was my pizza. What's next?
Well, there are 2 more ingredients. The top cheese and the world-famous fairy dust.
Whoa, fairy dust?
That's right, Pizza Hut fairy dust. It's just a little magic ingredient that we have for making it great.
Okay.
Eeyore is the world's saddest donkey. He's very lovable, but extremely shy. Because he never gets enough love and attention, he chews on his little hoof or wipes the tears from his sorrowful eyes. Poor Eeyore.
Now you are ready to go. Remember, when you're inside Chuck, you have a special job. You are portraying the essence of our business, so use lots of energy and movement. For extra ideas on playing Chucky,
first, step into the body.
Caution must be used at all times to ensure the safety of not only the children, but you, the entertainer, as well.
First of all, there's thin and crispy pizza. Thin and crispy pizza is the original Pizza Hut pizza. Of course, it's been fine-tuned over the years, all part of making it great.
One of Chucky's major roles comes during the birthday party, the parade of cakes. Since this part is so important, you might want to do a rehearsal on the floor before the store opens to get your bearings with the costume. Ask managers and employees if they have time to participate. That way, everyone will feel prepared. Be sure to practice with the birthday tape to make sure that you get the precise timing down. Remember, if you're ever in trouble, use the timeout signal and determine whether or not you will be able to make it to the regular exit door.
If you don't oil it good, you're gonna end up with a pizza crust that looks like it's been run over by a Ferrari.
And here is one of your most important tasks, suggestive selling.
How about an order of hot Italian breadsticks?
Next, you trim off the excess dough with the dough trimmer. We keep the scraps separate from the rest of the dough so it can rejuvenate. We can use the excess dough to make more pizzas after it's been in the separate bucket for 2 hours.
This should be done while seated. This is the only time you may sit down while in costume.
If the crusts are not the right size coming out of the roller, you're gonna have a lot of more trouble and take a lot more time of panning those guys. And they don't make a very pretty baked pizza either.
The Pooh, Tigger, and Eeyore costumes were designed specifically for these Disney characters, so we ask that you not add to or subtract from the costumes. Occasionally, your supervisor, in conjunction with the Disney designers, may approve a particular costume addition, such as this Uncle Sam hat for Pooh. Cameras, purses, and shopping bags are too easily dropped and broken. Should there be a mishap, leave the area and inform your supervisor immediately.
We accept Visa, MasterCard, and American Express cards only. Imprint the credit card voucher using the credit card imprinter. Then, using the terminal, hit the 1 on the 10 keypad. Swipe the credit card or enter the number manually. Enter the purchase amount and record approval code number on the charge slip. The guest is then requested to sign the credit card voucher, return the credit card, and the guest copy of the credit card voucher.
They cannot be saved and used the next day. Now, last of all, we're gonna talk about how to top and bake.
The server will do the rest.
No, the customer will do the rest when they bite into my delicious pizza. Delicious pan pizza and delicious thin and crispy pizza. What more could a customer want?
Personal pan pizza.
What?
And don't center load that pizza. Center loading is putting too many of the toppings in the very center of the pizza. The toppings melt to the center during the baking anyway, so put them more toward the outside of the pizza. Now we're gonna bake the pizza. This is my favorite part.
The flim-flam operator will try to confuse and distract you by talking very fast. This character will try to quickly pass bills back and forth in an effort to make you lose track of how much money has changed hands. The easiest way to derail a flim-flam is to complete transactions one at a time.
Be careful not to put too much on. You don't want to make the pizza crust too greasy.
Just remember to follow the instructions exactly and you'll be just fine.
And so will the pizzas, right?
Right. Now, are you ready to try your hand at topping a thin and crispy pizza?
Hey, I'm not just making pizza, I'm making it great.
Put the pizza under the heat lamps in the service window and yell out your pizza time. 80-minute pizza! Make sure the pizza is picked up and served to the guest within 15 seconds so it doesn't get all soggy and limp from sitting in the tray.
How's it going, Helen?
Just great!
Great. You see, to be a cashier, it just takes practice, patience, and a great attitude.
Children are sometimes hard to understand and may give you an extra affectionate pat on the back or even a playful punch.
Just like on the cooking chart. If it doesn't look great, we start over.
You always want to give a big thank you to our guests.
Thank you very much. And you have a great time here at Chuck E. Cheese's.
That pizza will give them a reason to come back.
There's one more product you need to know about, Priazzo. That's a rich double-crust Italian pie, and customers can choose from a variety of delicious fillings.
That sounds delicious. Do we make it the same way as we make pizza?
Sort of.
When you redeem a prize, tear the tickets lengthwise before disposing. And remember, each ticket is worth 2 cents. Wow!
Are you all thumbs with hammers? Don't give up hope. Instead, hold the nail with pliers until it's started. If your aim is really bad, use a long pair of pliers.
If by chance you are ever the victim of a robbery, try to remain calm and give the robber the money from your drawer. Money is replaceable. You're not. So do what the robber asks so he or she can leave the store as quickly as possible. Try to get a good description of the robber and call for a manager as soon as you think it's safe for you to do so.
And welcome back after that prolonged pause static burst that I missed.
It's only, I feel like it's in theme, like a long awkward pause between scenes.
There's a lot of those. Yeah. There was that one from the end of the Dick Deal video from the last one where it's just a silent, very slow zoom on the woman behind the checkout.
Yeah.
Oh, I am glad we don't have animatronic animal restaurants for children.
Yeah, I kind of feel like Ebenezer Scrooge, and this is the third spectre that's been visited upon me, and now I am truly changed forever.
Yeah.
Yeah, by mostly those animatrons. You could say I'm almost at a C stage, but not quite.
Sure. What's the lesson that you would take from this? Robots bad.
Never put myself in a situation again where I have to watch one of these videos.
Yeah, no, that's interesting.
For stream purposes or for employment purposes.
I don't know if this applies if you're just making regular ass pizzas at home, but I have been imprinted upon me that you should never focus all your toppings towards the middle of the pizza. Both of the pizza videos were like, never overfill the middle because it'll sag there, something.
Yeah, you don't want a soggy middle.
You don't. You certainly. No. Also, the fact that there's like a 15-second window to get the pizza from the thing. After that, it is. What did he say? Soggy and limp. I think. It
seems like a lot of pressure.
At 17 seconds, it's just gone, but at 14, it's a perfectly viable pizza. What about the time when it gets to the table?
I will eat that 17-second-year-old pizza.
Oh, it's fucking disgusting.
Also, I believe you said in the past that an Italian accent cannot be racist.
I would like to retract that, because this is... I sent this to the fucking my podcast chat, our group chat, just being like, oh, I found it. I found someone doing an Italian accent where it's actually offensively racist.
It's too much, man.
Squally, you are not my friend.
No.
Holy fuck, I hate that awful creature. Oh god. The animatronic version of him was somehow better than the mascot version.
The lines on the side of his mask were unnerving. It made it look like he had kind of a mask that was skin colored but retracted into his own bulbous and irregular eyes.
You don't want that.
No.
Also, I think the dog was probably my least favorite of the animatronic, the sort of country dog.
It had a hollowness to
when
it.
Its eyes were closed. You're
was
like,
haunting.
oh, that's a skull. That's a straight up skull.
It was a haunting image.
Yeah, that was troubling. That was very troubling. A couple of them were in there were a little bit dry. The loss prevention ones, I just like those because of the insane amount of detail. Also, in the first clip from the second clip, where they're talking about the peepholes for the loss prevention detectives to look through. They've just got these murder holes essentially around the top of the supermarket for them to get up there. And
now, I said that I'd never watch another corporate video induction, but if I could become a store detective, I think I may reconsider that to be a store detective.
Is that based on that man's killer outfit?
Pretty much. I want to be Dick Deal one day.
Dick Deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the true hero of these three, I would say.
Yeah, Dick Deal's the standout for me.
This has been the Dick Deal Appreciation Hour. That's everything that we've got for you. Thank you so much for joining us. That was a treat. We'll be doing another one of these in a fortnight. If all things go to plan. What else have we got going on?
Go shoplift from chains.
Yep.
You know, Dick Deal is not in Australia, hopefully.
So you're safe.
You are safe.
It's a victimless crime, thank God.
Victimless crime. Shoplift.
And that's Netherworld the Venuist. Fucking endorsing shoplifting the crime.
Yep. And I'll be sure to petition the kitchen strongly so we can try and get square patties. So they
hang over the side.
Yeah, so they hang over the side of the bun.
Yeah, we'll see what we can do about that. Yeah. Join the Facebook group if you haven't already. It's 2-Bit Movie Club. We got a Discord. We chat in there sometimes. It's nice. I haven't picked what the movies are going to be for this Sunday. A note to myself to do that. We will catch you guys all later. Peace.